So we talked about like wanting more and feeling greedy for emotions. The greed for emotions, uh, like the greed for security and all that. There's a difference between going for experience to experience a certain emotion and going for an experience to get to experience the whole experience. What I mean by this is you can make money for the sake of making money and feel and so that people call you rich and you feel like you're amazing and whatnot. Or you can make money so you can actually eat and you could actually have strength to enjoy life instead of just working and working and working and working and working and working without enjoying life. Uh, unless your job is how you enjoy life, but you gotta have other ways of enjoying life other than the way you look at your job, you know. But anyway, uh, so that's about that for emotional hunger and regret and grief. Then you add the compulsion to kindness and all that. For example, and that happened to me personally. At a certain point, I was really, up until recently actually, and it happens to me a lot of times, is that I feel a certain, I don't know what to call it, but a certain hunger for love. Like I wanna get in a relationship just to feel loved, and all that kind of stuff. Or I wanna have sex so I can feel loved. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the point is that you actually, or I get the job to actually afford getting in a relationship, or all that kind of stuff. No, you get in a relationship, or you start feeling emotional love for someone, not because you want to get with them in a relationship, just because this makes you grow. You know, it changed the upper the tip of the goal to something else, so it attracts more. But if you put the tip of the goal a part of it, you're gonna end up getting the whole goal without the part of it. Because, for example, we always the unknown. We mystify the unknown so we don't have to reach it. So if you mystify love, for example, like the old people who mystify love and how it's divine. It's just a fucking bodily reaction based on chemicals going on in your system and oxytocin and what the fuck up. The more you mystify it, the more you make it harder to achieve. As simple as that. Uh, on another level, when it comes to the star and altruism, when you reach to a certain point where you actually have given so much of yourself to others and you've cut pieces of your skin to others, you reach to a point where your self-worth exists no more and you're completely dependent on people and people become your heroine. So you are no longer food for vampires, you become a vampire. But actually a different kind of vampire. A vampire who actually depends on the others' approval. And we all have a certain degree of loving, of liking or loving the other's approval. It's okay. It's a sense of security, and it's a nice illusion, but it's not what we should chase. You know, uh, but we are compelled to chase it when our self worth is drained by us feeling compelled to be kind to people while we don't necessarily have to. Uh, and it kind of becomes we become dependent on the others regardless of how our self-worth gets depleted because we depend on them to trust ourselves so we can move forward. That's for that. Now I want to talk about mythology. The star card reminds me of Melik Taus, the peacock king. The peacock king is he was the guard. He guarded one of the stories about him. He guarded in the Yazidi mythology. He guarded the Garden of Eden. And when he guarded the Garden of Eden, he prevented any angels from coming in any demons from coming in, until he saw Azazel, a jinn. And Azazel went up to him and he told him, if you let me in, I'm going to teach Adam three prayers that are going to protect him from being rebellious. Two other things I don't really remember right now. He felt altruistic for both of them, and he allowed him in. Azazel came in and he turned into the snake and he seduced Adam and Eve and he made them eat from the apple and they fell from grace, including the peacock king, because God apparently or Yahweh felt so pissed off at the peacock king that he told him, get out of heaven, all of you are enemies to each other and all that story. Actually, he told that to Adam and Eve. But when they fell down from heaven, the peacock king felt so much regret. He cried himself out, filling urns. He poured those urns of water on hell, and there is no longer hell because of that act. We have now incarnation because of that. That's according to Yazidis, of course. And you can see how the star relates to that. And you can see how the star relates to that, in the sense that I don't need to explain any further because I explained it and then I said the metaphor. But in your homework, please, I want you to actually write down the emotions that you're afraid to feel in front of people. I think I gave this homework before and I didn't see any answer or any result. So I'll give it again because it's the star, bitches. So write down in the comment section what you think about what emotions do you tend not to show to others and how do you deal with them. That's about it, you know. Must be something I forgot. Oh yes, and write down how altruism affects you. If there's any way altruism affects you that it affects me, then write it down. I'd like to see that and read that. And if you have any questions, please do ask either by comment section or by personally messaging me. And have a great day.